It's time now for French Connections, our weekly look at the intricacies of life here in France with Florence Villeminot. Hi,
Hey,
Flo.
Haxie.
This week we're going to take a step away from the news and focus on France's love for a very specific type of musical ensemble, the fanfare.
The fanfare. What in the world is a fanfare and why in the world should you care? Well, let's dive right in with our word du jour. Fanfare. So this is basically a lively brass and percussion ensemble, somewhere between a marching band and a brass band. So that is the broad definition of a fanfare. But in practice, it's extremely variable. For instance, the lineup. There can be a various number of musicians, between 10 and 50 plus musicians, and you can see all sorts of different instruments. Lots of brass instruments, trumpets, trombones, tubas, something called a soubasophone, which is that brass instrument you have to kind of wear and get into, and percussion. You'll have a snare drum, cymbals, etc. Anything goes, really. Now, sometimes they'll move through the crowd, the musicians. Sometimes they'll perform on stage. You'll see them on street corners, at sporting events, etc. And the quality of the music is extremely variable as well, but in a way it doesn't matter because a fanfare isn't something that you listen to, it's something that you experience. And if you've never experienced a fanfare, here's a sneak peek.
And La Fanfare really is an institution in France, and it actually says a lot about the country because its history sort of mirrors the history of France itself. It finds its roots in royal courts and also in the army.
That's right. The word fanfare actually appeared in the Middle Ages. It originally referred to short, bright trumpet flourishes, announcing the king was arriving, or, giving orders on the battlefield, etc. Now, under the French kings, these fanfares really developed. Military music became developed and structured. They were codified repertoires, etc. And then came the revolution. And interestingly, fanfares occupied a very important place in national republican ceremonies where they would often play La Marseillaise, the national anthem, which is still a staple song for French military fanfares, especially on Bastille Day, France's national holiday. In fact, you'll find military fanfares performing during the annual Bastille Day military parade on the Champs-Élysées. They'll play La Marseillaise and other French classics as well. So if you didn't recognize it, that was Get Lucky by Daft Punk.
And after the French Revolution, Flo, the fanfare became much more democratic.
Absolutely. The heyday of the French fanfares was really the 19th century. Just about every town in France had its fanfare, also called an harmonie, for parades and public ceremonies. Interestingly, music really stopped being reserved for the aristocracy and became available to all. And for many people, the fanfare was their way into free musical education. And it was also about social cohesion, because you can see groups were wearing uniforms that would erase social differences. Now, what you're seeing here is what happened in the 60s. There was kind of a social revolution in France that rocked the fanfare world upside down as well. They became open to women. They became much more irreverent, thanks to schools like Les Beaux-Arts. And interestingly, with the development of recorded music, fanfares kind of went out of fashion. They saw a period of decline, but they're still going strong in schools, medical schools, art schools, engineering schools. It's definitely part of student party culture.
And being a part of a fanfare is a bit like being part of a big sports team, certain codes and traditions you have to respect if you're going to be a fully fledged member.
Absolutely, a fanfaron, as they say. Now, each group really develops its own identity with outrageous band names. They have matching outfits, ridiculous outfits, it must be said. This is a really rare moment when French people are silly. And as for their repertoire, well, you'll find pop songs, rock songs, French classics, anything goes as long as it's loud and fun.
On va voir, c'est un groupe qui peut s'amuser à reprendre n'importe quel morceau et en faire de la fanfare. Tu peux reprendre du Britney Spears, tu peux reprendre des morceaux de corrida, tu peux reprendre la Marseillaise et t'en fais la fanfare.
And for many French people, being a part of a fanfare is something of a rite of passage.
It certainly is. Joining a fanfare can be a key part of your social life if you're a student, or even in a lot of towns still today. It creates a strong group identity and lifelong friendships, as you'll hear. Also, you don't have to be a great musician, and this is great. You're sure to meet people of different ages and from different walks of life.
Mon arrière-grand-père et mon grand-père ont joué dans cette fanfare. J'ai hérité du saxophone de mon grand-père, donc c'est pour ça que certainement je joue du saxophone aujourd'hui.
Il faut savoir qu'on s'est tous connus tout petits, donc ce sont tous des amis qui sont autour de moi et ça nous fait plaisir de nous retrouver.
C'est la musique qui nous rassemble!
Tous les âges se mélangent, tous les styles aussi.
J'étais très contente et heureuse d'être dans cette grande famille de musiciens.
C'est vraiment une franche camaraderie, des gens qui ne se prennent pas au sérieux. Et chez nous, il y a aussi bien l'ouvrier, l'employé que le chef d'entreprise. Et tout le monde boit un coup ensemble, il n'y a pas de différence de classe chez nous.
So it's fun to be part of a fanfare. It's also fun to just hear a fanfare. And I do hope that a fanfare will cross your path sometime soon, Haxie. And I challenge you not to dance if it does.
Oh, I'll be dancing. I will not be playing any instruments because I am entirely unmusical, but I will absolutely be dancing. Flovin Manot, thank you so very much. That's all we have time for right now. Be sure to check out the previous episodes of French Connections on our website, france24.com.